welcome to a new video. So I made a bit of a boo-boo, so I do apologise. So here we have the Canon 800mm F11 STM RF prime lens on my R6 at the moment here, as you can see in the video. And originally when I did some testing of this lens, because I wanted to compare it to the image stabilisation of this lens on my EOS R that we're filming on versus the R6 with its inbuilt IBIS, as well as the stabilisation on the lens. So I went doing my tests and obviously realised that at some point the IBIS wasn't turned on, because many YouTubers led me to believe, whether it be rightly or wrongly, that when you turn the stabiliser on your lens, it turns the stabiliser in your camera on as well, which is not correct, because what I had to do is I double checked in the settings under IBIS and I found that it was turned off. So obviously that assumption is incorrect. So I went into IBIS, turned it on, and we rerun the tests. So what we've done in this video today is we've tested the stabilisation on the lens in conjunction with the IBIS on the R6 versus the EOS R with stabilisation just on the lens, because the EOS R doesn't have IBIS built into the camera. So you're going to see a good comparison. What I decided to do was test IBIS with this lens outside in the real world and just see how good or how not so good, depending on your point of view, the stabilisation was. And I also took my 24 to 105 STM lens that we're filming on now, and I did a walk around just to see how good it is, like a gimbal type filming project. And I just wanted to get an idea on how steady the IBIS, the in-body stabilisation on the R6, works when walking around with a lens. To my eye, it's not making a vast improvement when I did the project, but we'll get to see the video samples and we'll have a look and see if it made any difference with the in-body stabilisation. Personally, already, I think when using the lens quite steady to your eye and you're keeping your hand quite steady and it's against your head for extra stability, I don't think in-body stabilisation is making a vast improvement. I think the stabilisation of the lens is doing a good job, but when it comes to the in-body stabilisation, I didn't think it was doing a fantastic or a huge amount of improvement. Let's just say that. So let's jump to the examples and have a look. Okay, we're on the EOS R mirrorless camera with the 800mm f11 prime lens. I'm doing a bit of a video test, and I'm just seeing how the image stabilisation does. This is image stabilisation on the lens only, so it's giving us about 4 stops of image stabilisation, and that's how steady we can keep it on the EOS R. And we're about 10 meters away, and obviously 800mm, it should be quite difficult, but look how steady that is. It's doing a really good job. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit heavy in hand. I do have the tripod foot on the actual lens, so it is helping a lot to hold that, to keep this steady as I can. And as you can see, it's doing a really good job. Obviously it's not super perfect, but a tripod would be better. But as you can see, I don't see any problems here. Okay, this is the R6 with the image stabilisation on body IBIS turned on. Stabiliser on the lens is turned on, and and we're just comparing it to the EOS R, and I'm holding it as steady as I can and just seeing how it does. If I'm honest with you, we're getting a similar result. I don't think there's any main difference here, but we'll just keep doing the test. Right, so the lens we're using is the 24-105 STM full frame EF lens on the EOS R. We put stabiliser on, we've set it to 50mm, and we're just going to walk around and see how the stabilisation does. This is lens only stabilisation, so I just want to get an idea on how smooth it can be. I've got the the viewfinder to my eye, holding it quite steady at the moment, giving us some good stability, but I want to walk and see how it does. So let's just have a look. So we'll go towards that wizard model that we got, and let's just see how we do. Okay, this is doing an okay job, but it's still a little bit jerky with me walking. So that's the EOS R full frame mirrorless camera with no in-body stabilisation. Right, we're on the R6 this time with the STM 24-105 EF lens with the adapter on, obviously. If I didn't mention it before, we use the adapter on the EOS R as well. So what I want to do is test the IBIS, in-body stabilisation, with this lens in conjunction with the stabiliser on the lens. So we're going to walk towards that model again, as we did with the EOS R, and we're going to see how the stabiliser holds up. So let's just have a go. So there you are, that's the result of the test. Right, we've actually set up the enhanced mode on the in-body stabilisation this time on the R6 with the 24-105 EF STM lens. So let's just see how it does while I walk along and see how the stabiliser is working in conjunction with the lens stabiliser. So let's just have a look. So that's the test completed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please like the video, it really helps. Thank you.